Welcome to the Word News. I'm Rachel Giza. It was the 5th year for When Brothers Speak, an annual spoken word concert held here in Toronto. The show's organizers brought to the stage lots of homegrown talent like hip-hop director Little X, as well as recent Poetry Slam champions from the United States. They all came uncensored and ready to rock the mic.
How y'all doing? All right, let's get right to it. My name is Lamar Hill, and I'm far too real for the average poet to feel. So I write my poems in Braille. I stuff them in green envelopes with white powder and send them off in the mail. Just like your government, using anthrax to divert your attention from the fact that all they ever really wanted to do is steal all out of Iraq. But forget that. You gotta respect a country that's so gangster that they would send brown men off into a brown land and tell them until they find that brown man, don't even bother bringing your black ass back.
The spoken word artist needs an audience and needs to be able to present their art in front of that audience.
What I do is not what 50 Cent does when he gets on the stage. How I might make somebody feel at a show is not what 50 Cent makes them feel when he performs. I think that I touch people in places that rappers can't go, whether it be because they're constricted by beat, whether it be because they're constricted by their genre. I can go places and talk about things that they just can't talk about.
Imagine sexual energy so vivid that it's like you can reach out and touch it. And imagine me so deep inside of you that it's like you can feel me in your stomach. And you ain't got to worry about how long I'm gonna last, because I'm more than willing to treat your vagina like an oxygen mask.
It's an expression just like any other artistic expression. There should be a part in there. It's enjoyable to watch. It should be entertaining. That's why you're getting up on the stage and you're saying this to other people, you know what I'm saying?
A rub of the thumb, a tight squeeze of the hand, man, a prolonged squeeze back. Feel that? As our hands let go, just to let you know, if he wasn't here, I would be.
Baby, won't you tell me what a brother gotta do? Don't you know I walk barefoot across the Sahara Desert for you? I'll backstroke the Pacific. I'll fight every lion in the Bronx Zoo. Baby, for the chance to have you back in my arms, I'll walk through the worst project in Brooklyn with a fuck New York t-shirt on.
Welcome to the Word News. I'm Rachel Giza. Fans of spoken word were treated to some of the genre's finest female talents at Toronto's 4th annual When Sisters Speak. Now, it's a companion event to the hugely successful When Brothers Speak. Well, along with some great artists from south of the border, promoter Dwayne Morgan also showcased some local stars like Gemini and Motion. Word News went to check it out and find out what sets this fabulous female talent apart.
You ready to feel the vibe of Sisters Speak?
When Sisters Speak is a show where all of the performers are women, and that's really, it's about women's stories and women talking about their experiences of life, love, politics, social issues, whatever the case may be. I tend to find that a lot of the men are, it gets very, very loud and almost very aggressive in terms of how they present things. The women have a lot of passion in their delivery as well, but it's not the same kind of aggression, and I think it's even a more lyrical form of passion that comes across and is presented through their work.
Her school friends have given up, her parents have given in. It's hard to explain the anguish she's living in, because she can't run from who she is and she can't speak to who she was. To bystanders, she's a picnic short of 2 fruits, the Pied Piper of words with no flute. But in reality, she's a silent soul rebel recruit who's got more books than Don Cherry's got suits, and rereads books more times than George Bush says shoot to kill.
I definitely think that the female involvement is growing as far as the amount of females you see in hip hop, the amount of females who are allowed to present themselves in a different way, like a Jill Scott or an Erykah Badu or a Lauryn Hill, and even the fact that Jill Scott, for instance, comes from a spoken word background, and on her album you'll hear spoken word. And Lauryn, if people know her very first album with the Fugees, she actually had a spoken word track on there. I think that's also how a lot of women come to hip hop, through spoken word, because women are encouraged to read poetry and they see the poetry in the hip hop. I think in that way the poetry has brought a lot of women to the scene, and even the other way, I think a lot of rap has brought a lot of women to the poetry too.
Her river's weeping, weeping for